I am going live with Rachel Smith in a moment when she arrives. I'm really excited for that. I'm going to see if I can just invite her to join. I've never done this before, a shared live. There she is. So I'm really excited to do this, and I don't know how to make this work. There we go. Accept. Hooray! Wonderful. Right, Rachel will be here in a minute, and we are going to talk to you all about supercharging your sales. Hello, Rachel.
I've never done this before either, Amy. All new to me.
All new, which is fascinating, isn't it? I think the things that are still yet to be discovered that we haven't done even at this point. So,
we're like business and life and life.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Oh,
So I'm just going to turn my volume up a little bit because you are quite quiet. There we are. That's better. So, oh, hi, Kelly. Kelly's here as well. Wonderful. So, should we get started?
Let's get started. Sales and selling.
Yes. So, we're going to talk about, I think I already said, the 4 stages to getting more sales with ease. So, yeah, there's lots of reasons why people would want to do that, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, sales is that bloodline of your not selling. Well, what are you doing? And it's really a big challenge for lots of people because if you've never been in a position of selling before, it can feel really challenging to go out there and say, look at me, I'm this amazing expert. I've got all this skills and experience, and actually I'm worth being paid this amount of money as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think people feel really nervous about it, don't they? Like it's a really big deal. And really, when you know what you're doing, it's not quite such a big deal, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just about really getting comfortable with selling, but also taking the pressure off you in terms of selling as well. I think people put a lot of pressure on themselves, and once you understand a couple of key fundamentals like who your ideal client is, you've got some offers, and then it's about your audience. It's about really bringing that audience together, elevating yourself as an expert, and then you're in a position to just tell them what you've got for them, how amazing it is, and why they should come and work with you.
Yeah. Which is letting people know things, isn't it? Because no one's going to buy if they don't know. So I used to have a poster. It wasn't a poster. It was the back cover of a magazine that was in the corner of my office for years and years and years. And it said I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was along the lines of, you've got all this talent, but it doesn't matter if nobody knows about it. That's really what sales is, isn't it? Just letting people know what you can do so that they actually know that you exist in the first place.
Yeah. And I think, again, a really interesting point, actually, Amy, is that people are fearful of telling other people what they've got. They feel like an imposter. Yeah. They don't feel like they're good enough. They maybe think they need to go and get another qualification. So there's a lot of procrastination that goes on behind the scenes. But actually, when you get into selling, oh, hi, Caroline, lovely to see you here. Actually, when you get into selling, it's really about saying, look, I've got this. This is how it can help you. Do you want to come and work with me? And there are so many different ways that you can actually sell to your audience. As part of this recent round of promotions that we've been doing, I created a handout of 55 easy ways to sell. I mean, that was just off the top of my head of all the ways that you could sell. And it's not that there's one way to sell, one way to get sales into your business. There's so many different ways, and it's about creating a strategy that is unique to you and really makes you feel as if you can go out there and promote what you've got.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really different for everybody because we all have different things that we're happy to do, or a certain that we feel okay to have. Sorry, my phone's decided to die. Let me plug it in. What's going on? It's fine. I'll figure it out in a minute. I'll let you. Oh, there we go. Anyway, so yes, different things that we want it that we're okay to do, and it's like a different mix of different bits and pieces, isn't it? To get to the point where we're like, yes, this is something we're okay with, and we can keep doing these same things over and over again because they work. It's like testing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I believe that there is one thing that everybody has to have in place to to really supercharge their sales. And it comes down to email marketing. And, I really understand that people are lured into like, oh, you've got to have this qualification, or you've got to learn coding, or how to run a webinar, or you've got to like go onto all these different platforms, and that's part of your marketing strategy, but actually it's just a very small part. And for me, I was really fortunate when I first came online like 10 years ago. One of my first business coaches taught me email marketing, so it is the backbone of my business. A little secret, last Friday, because of all the changes that happened with emails recently, I couldn't get my emails to work, and I went into like a slight meltdown. But it was just something that my web manager was able to tweak really quickly and got it sorted. But that's how important my email list is to me and my business.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's so critical, isn't it? Because people get those emails, and it's a different percentage of the people on your list who see the emails compared to social media. Obviously, I do love social media, and it's great, and it helps people get on your list, which we'll come to later. But there's a smaller percentage of people see your stuff on social media compared to the larger percentage of people who are signed up to your email list and really want to hear from you, who are going to see your emails in their inbox. So it's just so worth doing.
Yeah, definitely. And the kind of statistical difference is interesting, because statistically, 2% of your online audience will see your content. I mean, it might be different for you, whereas 30% is the minimum of the people who actually open your emails. And I've got clients who've got 50-60% open rate, and then a high percentage of click-through rates as well. And it's just that powerful. And I use emails every single promotion. I use other things as well, but it's the foundation piece.
Yeah, email is part of it, but it's a really big, important part, isn't it?
Yeah.
And even if people don't open your email, like you're on social media and people might scroll through and they might never see your posts unless they actually go purposefully to go and look at your page or whatever. But email will see you in your inbox, even if they don't open the email. They've been reminded that you exist just because you're there. So, yeah.
I think also that's one of the things that we were talking about, wasn't it, Amy, when we were looking at email marketing, is that really, ultimately, you want your ideal clients to see you everywhere. And that's that you have to work 60 hours a week, and you have to become a whiz at Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, all the things. It's about having a consistent approach, strategy, that whereas your audience are like, oh my God. So even if they're not opening your emails up, you are still landing in their inboxes. And that often happens for me, is that I'm not opening people's emails up, but I see them promoting. And then I go and have a look at my inbox and go, oh, yeah, that's for me.
And sometimes you'll think, oh, I want to read that. And then you'll go and binge the last several emails that they've sent. So, yeah, it works differently, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we've got this 4 stages to... Oh, hang on, have we skipped a bit? Were we ready to do that bit yet? I think we have. We've kind of covered some challenges, haven't we? That, getting in a hold of people and being in front of people. So I think we've kind of covered that. So yeah, we can move on to the 4 stages to getting more sales with ease, can't we? So the first stage is discover, which is where more of your ideal clients discover who you are and what you do. So this is the bit where you're trying to encourage people to join your list. So this is before they get into your inbox. So this is using social media. This is going networking online and offline. This is where people refer you, and then you can put them on your list as you get to talk to them. This is the bit where you are creating an amazing lead magnet, which is something that, again, we're going to talk about that later as well, aren't we? But we're creating an amazing lead magnet that encourages people to want to come and join your email list so that they're excited about you and whatever it is that you are offering. So you can create this wonderful resource that is going to benefit them, and in return you get their email address, and then you can send them emails on a regular basis. And this is the bit, and the discover part, where you are letting people know that is there, and making sure that that it's exciting enough for them to want to come and join, and just making sure that you tell people about it. Like we were saying before, it's part of the sales process, and you're not going to sell anything straight away by giving them a lead magnet because it's free, but you're going to be telling people about it and letting them know that it's there, so that ultimately over a period of time, as they get to know you, which is the next bit, they'll come along and decide that maybe you are the person that they need. So yeah, the discovery part is really important, because otherwise you won't have anyone to talk to on your list. And it's just a combination of all those different ways that you can communicate with people in order to make that happen. And then the next stage is nurture, which is the bit where they're on your list and you are sending them emails and you're trying to create some sort of connection with them and give them value and help them in whatever way it is that you help them in your business, so that they can see that you are really great at that, but they can also see that they like you, because it takes time, doesn't it, to get to know people and to build up that whole know, like and trust thing. But it's really important, and it can take, and you talk about this quite a lot, don't you? It can take a lot of touch points before someone can become a buyer, but that's moving on to your bit, so I'll not go into that. But this is the nurture part. It's all about building up that connection so that they can get to know you so much better, and then and keep opening your emails and being excited about what you've got to offer.
So that really brings us really nicely to the third stage, which is all about conversion, which is where you do all of the kind of moving your warm leads, because that's what they are now, because you've nurtured them, through to paying clients. And this is the exciting bit, is that you get to tell people how amazing your offers are and what you've got available for them and how you're going to help them with their big problem. And the more people that you have to speak to, the more people that you will actually convert into paying clients. Every single one of those will have a different conversion rate depending on type of business and pricing and all of those things. But generally, we're looking at a 2% of your audience will buy at any one time. So if you have been frustrated recently with a recent launch where you may be looking at getting like 10, 20, 30, 100 clients in, actually it may be that it's got nothing to do with any of those things that you're suspecting it could be. It could probably come down to the size of your audience. And that's why you'll always have experts like Amy and I talking to you about growing your audience. And it's not just the audience that you don't own here on social media, it's the audience that you do own over on your email marketing list as well. And you really want to have a strategy where you are adding more and more of those warm leads, people who are putting their hands up and saying, yeah, I'm interested in what you do, and I'm really interested in this particular problem that your lead magnet is solving, and actually putting them into your world so that when you are ready, that you can promote your services to them. And if you think again that 2% conversion rate, you can quickly do the sums of like, right, okay, I've got this product, I want this many people in it, how many people do I need in my audience? And it might be like, oh, that just feels like too much hard work, I'll actually just do it on social media. And then you go back to the statistics that we were banging about at the beginning, which is basically 30% of your audience who are on your email list see your content, as opposed to 2% of your typical on the social media side of things. It starts to really build an argument for using email marketing in your business. And then the fourth stage is probably something that you've all got sorted, because you're all amazing at what you do, I'm sure. And the fourth stage is delivery. And this is where you've sold your services, you've sold your offer, you've sold whatever it is that you do, your products maybe. And then you are in delivery mode. You're in that, like, I'm serving my clients, I'm working with my clients product. And it's this beautiful moment when people are like getting the results that you want them to get through your offer. And Amy touched on it earlier about the number of touch points. You know, we're talking about the 4 stages here: discover, nurture, conversion, and delivery. And then they're 4 really simple steps. And then if you think about the number of contact points somebody needs to have to go from a cold lead through to paying clients, it can be anything up to 24 touches. And I think again, Amy and I allude to this in our conversation before we got into the 4 stages, because you want that general sense that you are talking about your area of expertise consistently, and that anybody who is happen upon you will see that you're talking about the same thing, whether that's on LinkedIn or Instagram or via some, maybe you've got a Pinterest account or you're meeting people in person. So you want that consistency through there. So actually, you, in that person's mind, you become that expert. You are like the person who they know is going to help them achieve these results. And all of that can feel really overwhelming and exhausting until you bring in email marketing, because you set it up once. So you've got your lead magnet, and then you've got your email sequence, and then you've got your promotion of that. And behind the scenes, your email sequence is like introducing who you are, talking about you as a person, sharing your expertise, and then moving into an actual proposition, a sales offer. And they've got the opportunity to convert then or later on. And all of that, once you've set it up, actually happens automatically, seamlessly. And once you've set up one email marketing campaign, it's really simple to go in and duplicate elements of that and set up something else, so that you can start to really use this as a powerful strategy to scaling your business to consistent months of high income. And that, that number of touches is dealt with, the growth of your audience is dealt with, and you can go off and do other things. You can be delivering something else to your clients. You could be creating something else for your clients. You could be on holiday and still generating leads. And we understand, Amy and I, as women who've been in business for over 10 years, who've got busy lives outside of business and, working really hard with our clients, is that we understand that email marketing can feel really overwhelming. It can feel complicated, and it can feel like actually it's just easier to go onto Instagram, create a post, and keep your fingers crossed that everything's going to work. And that's why we created the List Grower, which is our joint collaboration, where we take you on a journey for 30 days to go from, and it doesn't matter if you've never used email marketing before, or it's something that you have dabbled with and maybe not got great results with, or you've never quite implemented it properly. And we take you all the way through, step by step, through our proven process to get you everything set up, a lead magnet, your email sequence, the promotion, and then new leads in a 30-day period. And again, because we understand, like we've done it ourselves, we've done it for our clients, we understand it can feel like there's so many elements to it. And this is why Amy and I have come together. And what we've created is, yes, you get the strategy, but you also get templates that Amy has created so that you can drop your, let's say your lead magnet is something visual like a workbook or a checklist. So Amy has created a template that you can just drop that into, so it's on brand. You don't have to worry too much. And she takes you through a Canva masterclass as well. And we all learned things about Canva that none of us realised that we didn't know. But you become just much more confident and effective at using Canva in your business. And then we will help you hands-on to create that lead magnet. And again, with strategy, so you understand why you're creating that lead magnet and how it's going to lead into more sales. And then part of the kind of done for you on the List Grower are all the email sequences as well. So like you in an email sequence, you could be writing like 9 emails. Well, that feels like hard work, doesn't it? But it isn't, because we've taken the hard work out. We've given you the templates so that you can just use it, modify it, and so on. So we have the List Grower. We've run it before. We had amazing results from everybody who got involved in it. You've got 2 experts. You're in this container. We say 30 days, but it's actually a bit longer than that. So we always give people a prep week so that you understand that you've got all of the things, and we'll tell you what those things are in place. You're not like starting day one thinking, what is a CRM? We give you all that information in advance, and then we take you through step by step the process, and there's some brilliant bonuses in there as well. The bonuses are worth nearly £2,000 in themselves, whereas currently the list grower is available to join. So start day one on the 19th of February. The prep week is the week before. Is that next week? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what the date is. It's the 8th, so yes, it must be.
So it's next week. It's not loads of work. So if you're like us, you've got kids off in half term, it's not going to, we're talking like 10 minutes a couple of times in that week. And then we start on the 19th, and that runs for the 30 days. And you are going to see yourself get new leads and that. And we currently have an early bird price that finishes at the end of tomorrow. The early bird price is 247. So you get 2 experts, almost £2,000 worth bonuses for 247. But more importantly than that is you actually get leads into your business. And Amy's got something really exciting that we've just added to really help you to really understand how powerful this is and how much we stand by it as a product.
Yeah. So we decided, was it yesterday or the day before, one of those, it was very recently, we decided that we'd love to offer a guarantee to people who join the list grower, because we really believe in this and we can see that it has worked. We've got proven it does work. People do grow their lists as a result of working through all of the different steps within the list grower. So we decided that if you work with us in the list grower and you do what you have to do, work, it does help if you do the work, but if you do the work and you get to the end of the 30 days in a little bit, and you still don't have 50 new leads, then we'll continue to work with you for another 30 days to make sure that you do get those leads, because you should get them. If you do the work, then you should get them. And we really wanted to make sure that you felt that was the kind of goal that you could aim for, that you're going to join this grower and you're going to be able to get 50 new leads by the end of that time. And then of course you'll be able to repeat that and repeat that and repeat that, so you can see how your list is going to grow over time if you keep doing what we're saying. Of course, a lot of that will be automated, so there won't be an awful lot to do once the 30 days are over. You can sit back and keep letting people know it's there. But yes, so that is our guarantee. So if by the end of working with us in the list grower you have not got 50 leads and you have done all the work, then we will keep working with you for another 30 days for free to make sure that happens, because we really want you to succeed. It's not all about you getting the results and you feeling great. We want to feel great as well. And it's really important to us that we all succeed. So
yeah, and it's like, it's not another course that's going to sit on your desktop.
No.
And you're going to think, oh, well, why did I do that? This is one, as we said right at the beginning, is this, having email marketing set up properly is like it's like the structure of your business, and you're going to really see a lot of brilliant results because of that. And here we are at the beginning of February, and we're saying we'll support you till, from mid-Feb to mid-March to get 50 new leads into your business. What's that going to feel like? And and those leads are people that you will be converting into clients.
Yeah, so it's well worth it. So it's really exciting. I wondered if we could just cover 2 questions that I know I've had this week that I think would be really useful. I know we have sort of covered them when we've been talking, but I think it might be nice to sort of highlight them because they're big problems that people worry about. So the first one was about time and how much time this is going to take out of people's day. And especially if you're really busy and you're doing all of the things and you don't have very much help. And that is why we've broken it down so that you get the masterclasses, but you also get those 21 steps. So it's not going to take loads of time out of your day. I think it's going to vary, isn't it, depending on what's happening, which step you're.
Where you're creating a lead magnet, that can feel intensive, but actually the group that did it with us in 2023, I think that they just did a little bit each day, so maybe 20 minutes, and by the end of the week they had their lead magnet, and we were proofreading it, weren't we? We were like looking at suggestions, suggesting, that's what Amy's brilliant at, is the design aspect. So it was very, it's very pleasing to look at. It was a beautiful piece that everybody finished
Yeah, and people can send me their Canva design and I can twiddle it and then send it back. So you don't even have to do all, I mean, you get the template, the design is all done for you, but you don't have to finish it even yourself. You can send it to me and I can go, oh, it'll be all sorted. So yeah, I think we've done our best to make it as, I won't say time intensive. That sounds like a terrible phrase. To take as little time as possible out of your day, because we're busy too. You know, when we understand how hard it is to fit things in.
Exactly. For us, we can see why people give up on email marketing, and we wanted to just look at all the obstacles that people had and just eliminate them. So we can do this.
Yeah, because it's so worth doing. So if we can make it as easy as possible for you, then that can only be a good thing. That's really what it's all about. Great. So the other one I wanted to cover was what was it? It was about being really not very tech savvy, and the worrying about. And this isn't the first time we've had this question, but this question a lot of times as well about not being tech savvy and worrying about the impact. It's very kind. The impact on us of the list grower and how that was going to be, because she didn't feel like she was very tech. I'm just thinking of a specific person right now. She didn't feel like she was very tech savvy, and she was really worried that she wasn't going to be able to do what was needed. And again, I would say we're very patient and we're prepared for that. We've had this before. We're used to this. So if you've got lots of questions, that's exactly why the list grower exists, isn't it? So that we can help you with all those things.
Yeah, and I think also like the perfect reason for coming and working with two experts, because you're not actually, if you can see that this could be a challenge, it could be a barrier to you completing this work on your own, well, come and invest with us and we'll support you step by step. And the other side of things is that actually we've got a third partner where have the opportunity to actually go and work with my amazing web manager who will help you with the tech stuff, to a certain point. So that is available as well, which is detailed sales page.
Yeah, brilliant. I love it.
Who's still here, and thank you for those guys who've stayed for the duration, or anybody who's watching the replay back. If you've got questions, now is the time to ask, because the price does increase at the end of tomorrow. So from kind of Saturday, really, the price will have increased. And if you are wanting to join us, we want you to get it at the best possible price, because I always wait to the last minute.
Yeah, so do I. I'm very last minute. I signed up to something this week very last minute. It's like right there. But that works.
Brilliant.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you very much for that. So yeah, if you're interested in joining, we didn't say that we both have links in our profiles, so you can click on either of us and go find the grower.
Yeah. And ask us. We've both got the URL. We can just send it to you. We know that it's a bit like, well, it doesn't really like us sharing links, does it? But Amy and I, as you can see, we're human beings. We can just send you the link, and you will not get a hard sell from us.
No,
because that's.
So it's got to be right for you, hasn't it? And something that you really want to do for your business, which hopefully you do, because it's well worth having an email list, and as I hope we've proved during the course of this conversation. So awesome. Okay, thanks, Rachel.
Thanks, Amy.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.